Plates ready? This is Food School, Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. Want to feel amazing, love the way you look in the mirror, and perform your absolute best in the gym, at work, and in life? You're definitely in the right place. Food. It's you. It builds every single cell of you. And if there is one thing every human being must master, it's food. Because at the very least, eating, you do it every day, several times a day, every single day. You might as well get good at it. I'm your host, Shurina from createyourself.today, your personal nutritionist and plate watcher, your diet guide and explorer, your fat loss coach and food inspector. And just someone with a lot of passion and obsession and curiosity for healthy food, healthy diets, nutrition, optimized human performance, everything and absolutely anything you put in your grocery shopping cart, your fridge, on your plate, and in your mouth. It's my business. Food School, on a mission to help you eat better daily.
It's the last time I talk about food. It's the last time I talk about food.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast. And today, Merry Christmas everyone. Today is a Christmas day. And before we start with our micros, and it's easier day actually with the micro, we're just gonna look at one, but of course a very important one. Anyhow, before we begin to talk about our micros, I once more want to give you my best advice, to share with you my best tips learned through personal practice and working with a lot of my clients that it worked for. I want to share with you my best tips for eating your Christmas dinner. So it's not just enjoyable, pleasurable, joyful time you spend with your family or with your friends or with both. Not just that joyful time when we all share dinner tables together. I want you also to feel better the next day, and also feeling like you don't have to stuff yourself and you don't have to feel almost sick at the end of Christmas dinner, and that next morning you can wake up full of energy and ready to go to get ready for 2020, a new decade of our life with new habits, better habits. Guys, most important thing is remember is you don't have to go from caring not at all about what you put on your plate to perfection and going on some strict diet or strict healthy eating regimen. You can just do a little bit better, and you'd be surprised how much results you can get if you consistently choose something a little bit better. So my best advice for your Christmas dinner: to eat mindfully, to enjoy your food, to also eat more healthy, nutritious foods, feel full and satisfied and joyful, and to wake up full of energy and ready for 2020 the next day. So before Christmas dinner, like half an hour before, and in general the whole day, stay hydrating, following some of the guidance that I gave you already, like drinking half a liter of water every 3-4 hours. And before Christmas dinner, also drink half a liter of water. It will make your thirst go away, and you're not going to confuse your body, not going to confuse your thirst with your hunger. Plus, it's going to fill up your stomach, and you're not going to eat as much, as a rule of thumb. And then after drinking your water, consuming your water and staying hydrated, you want to focus on starting your meal. Well, first of all, start it with gratitude. Don't rush into it. Take your time and put on your plate a lot of vegetable dishes, especially colorful and non-starchy. Like, try to load up on those vegetables first and foremost, because you're gonna get a lot of water, you're gonna fill up your stomach, you're gonna get a lot of nutrients, and from different colors come different nutrients. and you're not going to feel that sleepy the more of those vegetables you eat, because starch can produce that feeling of sleepiness, because combined with protein, it's just a heavy work for our digestive system. And so you can feel, tired, sluggish, sleepy when you combine a lot of starch with a lot of protein foods. But if you eat non-starchy vegetables, colorful vegetables, basically everything besides all kinds of potatoes, peas, beans, what else? Cooked carrots or beetroots, they are also quite starchy. Some of the pumpkins, well, probably most of the pumpkins are also starchy. So those are some of the starchy vegetables. And corn, also cooked corn. If you load up on other vegetables like green leafy vegetables, but also broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, and all sorts of squashes like zucchinis and eggplants, if you load up on those vegetables instead, you're gonna feel you just gonna have more energy and less space in your stomach for other stuff. So load up on vegetables, then continue eating some protein dishes, or you might eat together your non-starchy vegetables and protein and fat, fatty protein kind of vegetables. So whatever main dish you're cooking, what is called main dish, whatever is cooked, whatever is on the table, then eat that. Eat slowly, savor each bite, chew your food well, take sips of water, maybe herbal tea or something in between, talk to people, allow your brain to get the signal that you are getting food and you're getting a lot of nutrition. So eat slowly, savor each bite. And for dessert, if you feel like eating dessert and you want to enjoy a little bit more, then eat that dessert. But again, eat it slowly, savor each bite. And guys, you won't believe how much less you would want to eat that dessert if you just savor every bite. Just your brain will have the opportunity to get the signal that you are, not just the signal, but also that whole sensory input that your brain often craves so much, and your brain will get more satisfaction, and your body too, from savoring each bite, from eating slowly each bite. And then if you're still hungry at some point, eat more vegetables, eat more protein that is on the table, and finish it with some herbal tea. Especially peppermint tea helps a lot with digestion, and you're gonna feel awesome and amazing. And again, always choose a little bit better. You don't have to be perfect, but you don't have to be your absolute worst either. You don't have to stuff yourself. There is always a choice. So now I'm gonna shut up about the Christmas dinner, and we're gonna dive deep with gusto into one of our micros that is proven to be essential for human health. But a lot of you might not have heard about it. Like, you heard about vitamins and minerals. There are some compounds that kind of like not vitamin, not mineral, but they're still essential for our health. Like choline, for example. Choline is a compound that is found specifically in more abundance in liver and egg yolks, in also raw fish of different species. And what does it do in our body? So let's read a little bit about choline. Choline supports all the methylation functions of folate and B12. So basically, it makes B12 and folate that we talked about, that are super important for the health of our nervous system and so many other systems in our body. So choline helps our body to make use of those vitamins B12 and folate, that is B9, preventing also anemia, and as I said, supporting our nervous system and our mental health. Choline itself protects against fatty liver and supports fat digestion, muscle strength, and brain power. And a little bit more about choline. from another resource. So this is actually checkyourfood.com. If you're into tracking and checking your nutrients and learning about macros, this is probably one of the best resources online that will give you information about micronutrients, well-researched and not so well-researched, in a very great format. So check your food. I'm gonna post the link in the show notes also. So health benefits of choline: contributes to the normal function of your liver and enables your body to process fats effectively. There is evidence to suggest that choline may be important for ensuring normal brain development in the developing fetus and small children. Choline reduces the levels of a chemical called homocysteine, and as we know, high levels of homocysteine can cause heart problems. So you might be eating choline and all the egg yolks for heart health, not for heart problems, as our medical authorities made us believe previously, but now they already deleted that. Even from American Heart Association, they do not say anything about not eating eggs when it comes to heart health. Numerous animal and human studies have shown that choline is involved in making sure that you have only a small amount of lipid or fat in your liver. Having high levels of fat in your liver is associated with increased risk of serious health problems such as diabetes, high blood pressure, and kidney disease. So eat your eggs for lowering your blood pressure, helping yourself with might be metabolic syndrome or diabetes or something similar, or kidney disease. And recent studies show that most people do not consume enough choline. By the way, guys, a little bit of choline our body can produce, but it cannot produce enough to satisfy all our needs. So what happens if you don't get enough? Well, besides the possible heart problems and elevated blood pressure and fatty liver disease, well, choline deficiency can lead to liver and muscle damage, and that can be managed by increasing the amount of choline you eat. And what else? Well, guys, about supplementation of choline, first, I'd like to say that choline is quite an interesting compound, and there is no supplement on the market that can completely, the form of choline that can completely do everything that choline does. And choline is not well researched anyway, so I'd rather you eat in whole foods, because again, just with folate, it actually really there is actually very little evidence that supplements do any good. And for example, easy way to eat all the choline we need, and the most efficient, effective sources of delivery choline to our body are livers, fish raw, and eggs. And actually also beef ribeye steak has good amount of choline. We'll talk about amounts right now, but my personal practice of eating all the choline is eating 2 ounces of chicken liver a day, because chicken liver, I like chicken liver better than pork liver or beef liver, because chicken liver has less vitamin A, and so I do not want to over consume a lot of vitamin A. Chicken liver has somewhere around 250 of your daily requirements for vitamin A, whereas beef and pork liver, they have 550. So I do not want to be over consuming vitamin A to such extent. It's just the profile of chicken liver is more balanced for human physiology. That's why I prefer chicken liver. And so 2 ounces of chicken liver will give you somewhere around 30% of your choline, and combined with 2 egg yolks, and 1 egg yolk will give you 34% of choline. If you eat the whole eggs, it's like a little bit more. I think it's about 37%. Let me check the data. Yeah, 37% for the egg compared to 34 to egg yolk. Actually, you know, guys, most of the nutrition, besides the protein that you can get anywhere, is concentrated in egg yolk, not egg white. So, you know, if you want to get the most out of your egg, probably start eating egg yolks, not egg whites. And also a lot of digestive problems and food sensitivities, people have to egg white, not egg yolk. So if you're having problems with eggs, some allergic reaction, then you might try just eating the yolks, removing your whites. And guys, believe me, soon you're gonna see some egg yolks liquids, not egg whites. Anyhow, so I'm consuming all the choline I need by eating 2 eggs a day and a little bit of liver, and you can do so just as easily. By the way, guys, yesterday I made a video, and you can find it on my YouTube, on my Instagram, about how to cook 1 week worth of liver in just 15 minutes basically, and you don't have to do like anything complicated there. So I made a video about that. And so what I do usually, these days I prepare a lot of liver, so basically around 14 ounces, 2 ounces per day, and then I put half of that liver in the fridge, because cooked liver can only stay good in the fridge for like 3-4 days. So I get half of that liver and put it in the fridge, and half of that liver I put in my freezer and just defreeze a tiny piece every single day that I need my liver. And usually I just warm it up with my other meals. So that's how I eat my choline, guys. 2 ounces of chicken liver and a couple of egg yolks, and you get all the choline in the best form possible. Go, of course, for pastured animals, for pastured chickens, for pastured eggs. You're gonna get more choline and more of other nutrients, and less of stuff that you don't necessarily want to be eating in your chickens, like possible hormones or antibiotics or God knows what else. So go for pastured animal. So choline, to keep your liver healthy, for muscle strength. If you want to build muscles and if you want to be strong, eat your choline. Also for your brain power, and for the health of your nervous system, because it helps your B12 and folate function properly. So get your choline, eat your liver, eat your egg yolks. Also, fish raw, by the way, guys, I told you that it's a great way to get your choline too. So 60 grams of fish raw, like I, for example, here in Russia buy cod raw. It's pretty cheap, and it has 86 calories per 2 ounces, and it will give you 50% of your choline. Beef and pork liver, also great sources of choline, 50%, but also with that, in 2 ounces, you get somewhere around 500% of your vitamin A. That's why, again, I'm choosing chicken liver. And then an interesting source of choline is ribeye steak. Some of you might be fans of ribeye steak, so good news for you, it does have choline, 26% of it, combined with 2 egg yolks, and you also are getting enough of your choline. So get your choline for healthy liver, for healthy heart, and good blood pressure, to prevent fatty liver disease and all the possible metabolic disadvantages like metabolic disease or diabetes. To support the function of your folate and B12 that are essential for nervous system and mental health, brain power, brain development, nervous system, strength of your muscles, preventing metabolic disease and fatty liver disease. Also helps with kidney disease, it seems. So choline does a lot of things. And the best way, from my perspective, and the way I like to eat it, is to eat 2 ounces of your chicken liver that you are eating anyway for all the B vitamins and vitamin A, and eat a couple of egg yolks. And we're going to mention egg yolks a few times more over the course of this micronutrient course, because they are super full in nutrients. So chicken liver, egg yolks, you're going to eat so much more than just your choline. And fish raw has like a couple of ounces of fish raw. Cod raw, for example, will have 50% of your choline. Ribeye steak, we give you somewhere around 25% of your choline in 3-4 ounces portion. And so that's it, guys. Eat some eggs today, maybe some ribeye steak or cod raw, or eat your chicken liver, of course, today, like every day. You can eat all of the other festive Christmas foods, but eat a couple of ounces of liver and a couple of egg yolks, and you're gonna be quite covered and eating nutritionally for your Christmas, for your 2020 and beyond. So eat your liver, eat your fish raw, eat your egg yolks, stay healthy, and stay tuned, guys, because tomorrow again we will meet here and we will talk about vitamin E and vitamin C, one of the two major antioxidants in our body that our body absolutely needs to survive and thrive. So stay tuned for that tomorrow, and enjoy your Christmas dinner in a better, meaningful, mindful way. And again, till next time, as usual, eat better daily. And Merry Christmas!